Hi, my loves. It's your girl, Nicole Melissa, your resident matchmaker and relationship consultant, and I'm here to help you do your work. So, first of all, welcome back. Thank you for those of you that are coming back and subscribing. I love you deep. I appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to be on your journey. It is a pleasure. Those of you that are seeing me for the first time, welcome. I am here to help you get in right relationship with your kingdom spouse. Because, honey, I promise you, you are going to need more than love, okay? You're going to need some tangible skills, okay, in order to get you through this thing, okay? So anyway, this is date 2 questions, okay? So we're going to get straight into it. And this one's for the ladies, okay? Ladies, these are questions you're going to ask the men. Again, reminder, please don't make this come off like an interrogation, because as we get closer to date 3, the questions are going to get a little bit more, I guess. They're still very simple questions. However, they could be perceived as a little invasive to some. But, you know, again, I think they're still lightweight questions that you can gather a lot of information from, okay? And that's the point of this. Your point, listen, I said it I think I said it in a couple of videos before, and I'm going to say it again. We, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking for your apocalypse partner, okay? And you have to be really on point right now, okay? Because the devil is out here sending counterfeits that are dead stamp. Like, you can very well get got, okay? So you really need to be learning to read between the lines. And this is both men and women, okay? Now, I'm not just talking to the ladies here. Gentlemen, you too, you can get got. So you really need to be paying attention and reading between lines and asking the right questions to get more information, okay? Because sometimes, yeah, you can go ahead and just ask an outright question of somebody, right? But they can give you an answer that they think might suit what you're looking for. So if you ask another question that can indirectly answer another question, or that you could, make you ponder, like, okay, you know what I mean? That it might, I'm just saying, these times, okay? So anyway, without further ado, let's get into date number 2, question 1. Okay, do you set goals for yourself? And what was the last goal you completed? Okay, so, I mean, obvious question here is that you're trying to see if this is somebody that sets goals for himself, right? And B, does he meet the goals that he sets for himself? All right. This is going to help you understand if he's like an ambitious type of person, because this is what I've learned. The men that are ambitious are typically more disciplined. Okay. And in this hour, you need a very disciplined man. Okay. You need a man that is a praying man, a God-fearing man, and a man that's going to take his marching orders from the Lord. Okay? So he needs to be disciplined, and you want to make sure of that. So you're kind of asking these questions, just kind of see, like, how he moves. Is he somebody that's going to do what he says he's going to do? Does he keep his word? Does he keep his promises? You know what I mean? Mean what I say what I mean. Type of man. You need to know that. Okay? So, number 2. What is the worst and best advice you've ever received, and did you take it? Okay? So, if yes, what happened? And then if this is kind of a conversation that you're going to figure out, like, okay, so yeah, I took that bad advice, and I figured out that it was bad advice after I took it. And then you want to see, like, did he course correct? Because listen, at the end of the day, we're all going to take some bad advice at some point in our lives, right? None of us, life's a mess. We have to figure it out. But we also have to be accountable, right? What you don't want right now, ladies, is a man that cannot take any accountability. A man that cannot take any responsibility. You're looking for the man that's like, look, yeah, took that bad, I did it, and then realized after it was bad advice and had to course correct and blah, blah. Okay? That's a good sign. But if he's like, yeah, I took that bad advice, and that person did this, and that person, and that person, and that person, if they hadn't have done this, then it would have been this way for me. Like, okay, you're not able to take any accountability, which means it's not really a good leadership example. It's not a good example of good leadership skills. We'll put it like that. Okay. So the third and last question. Okay. If you could change one thing about yesterday, what would it be? Okay, so the reason why, again, this is lending itself to accountability and responsibility again, because these are also character traits that you want to be aware of sooner than later. Someone that is self-aware, that can say like, you know, man, this is where I messed up, and this is where I'd want to do better next time. You know, you're looking for someone that can recognize that. That's really important, because here's the truth of the matter, ladies. What I've learned through I do these focus groups. I call them intimate conversations. And what I've learned from men is that men, in order for him to love you in the manner in which feels like love to you, he has to first feel respected by you. Do you know? Men equate love to respect, right? And women kind of receive love as respect. So a woman will feel like if you're loving her, she'll feel like, oh, you respect me. Where a man, if you're respecting him, he'll feel like, that's my lady, she loves me. You know what I'm saying? So in order for this dance to work well, you have to respect him. And the only way you're going to be able to respect him is if you're paying attention, if you're looking at these things up front. Because if he's showing you that he doesn't have the leadership skills to lead you, you're not going to be able to respect him. And then your relationship is going to be contentious, and it's going to be uncomfortable, and you're going to be surviving it. And you don't have time for that right now. Okay. So you really want to be making sure that you're putting yourself in a position where you're with a man that you can respect, that you do respect his leadership skills. Okay. Because then that man, he's going to love you. He's going to love you in a way that makes it feel like love for you. Okay. Because one thing about men, and when he's in love with you, or when he's like really loves you deep, you're the apple of his eye. Okay? You're the apple of his eye, and you will feel that way. Okay? So it's really important that you're making sure to pay attention for that, because that's what the other needs. In order for him to love you well, you have to respect him. Okay? And it's just the bottom line. So anyway, that was today's video. So next week, I'll be back with the men. Second date questions to ask the ladies. And yeah, you might see me in between then, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, in the meantime, in between time, I love you, mean it, and I'll see you in the next video.